Hello fellow builder and welcome back. Today's build is the JMBricklayer's ghost ship, the Flying Dutchman. Let me send a big thank you to JMBricklayer for reaching out to me for this review. Now this is not a sponsored video. JMBricklayer has been a part of Amazon for quite some time, and they offer numerous sets in various genres. I also found out that JMBricklayer has their own website, where it looks like their mid-year sale is coming up in July. If you are interested in this set, or checking out JMBricklayer's website, I will leave the links in the description. This is my first large-scale naval vessel, so stick around to see how it goes. The ghost ship is a cool-looking set, and JMBricklayer has many other interesting sets available, and I've found that many of their sets are highly rated. If you love ships like the ghost ship, JMBricklayer also has a massive pirate ship with 3,100 pieces. This set is so substantial it has 2 lower compartments. Next is the Dragon Bust. This is highly detailed, and with over 2,700 pieces, it's likely to challenge any avid builder. Now one of their newest sets available is the Space Panda. Now this set does look cool. It's like Kung Fu Panda, RoboCop, and NASA smashed together. They also have several medieval buildings to choose from, each with over 1,800 pieces, and they all come with light kits. There's the Magician's House, the Blacksmith, and the Tavern. And of all the sets JMBricklayer offers, and the ones that most interest me are the mech robots. There are 5 separate robots in this smaller series, and each one looks ready to fight, and all of them have over 700 pieces. Now what you've been waiting for, the ghost ship, the Flying Dutchman. Now I didn't know a lot about this other than watching the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, so let's get into it. Now this famous ghost ship, the Flying Dutchman, has an incredible history. Let's dive into some intriguing facts about this spooky vessel. In the 17th century, stories of the Flying Dutchman began. This period is known as the Golden Age. It was a time of intense exploration and booming trade. The Flying Dutchman was first mentioned in the late 18th century, catching the imagination of both sailors and storytellers. The Flying Dutchman and its crews are believed to be cursed to roam the oceans for eternity, never able to dock at any port. This endless voyage is often described as divine retribution for a grave crime or act of blasphemy committed by the ship's captain or crew. The ship's legendary captain, often named as Captain Hendrik van der Decken, is the central figure in this haunting tale. According to the legend, during a fierce storm he defiantly swore to round the treacherous Cape of Good Hope no matter the cost, even if it meant sailing into Judgment Day. This bold and reckless vow is said to have doomed him and his crew to the perpetual ghostly journey. Sightings of the Flying Dutchman are often considered bad omens. Sailors who see the ghostly ship are believed to be doomed to misfortune and death. The legend of the Flying Dutchman is profoundly influenced by various forms of literature and art, inspiring operas, poems, novels, and movies. One of the most celebrated adaptations is Richard Wagner's opera, The Flying Dutchman, which brings the haunting tale to life through powerful music and dramatic storytelling. The Flying Dutchman is often depicted as a ghostly, spectral vessel glowing with an eerie, otherworldly light. It is typically seen sailing under ominous conditions such as during storms or dense fog, adding to its mysterious and fearsome reputation. One of the most famous sightings of the Flying Dutchman happened in 1881. Prince George of Wales, who later became King George V, reported seeing a ghost ship while he was a midshipman. This sighting has become one of the most famous and well-known stories in the ship's legendary history. The Flying Dutchman has become a lasting symbol of maritime folklore. It represents the dangers and mysteries of the sea, echoing the old superstitions that sailors have held for generations. The legend captures the fears and uncertainties faced by those who venture into the vast, unpredictable ocean. In modern times, the legend has been further popularized through various media, most notably in Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean films. In these films, the Flying Dutchman and its fearsome captain, Davy Jones, play significant roles, bringing the ancient maritime legend to a new generation of audiences. Some explanations for the sightings of the Flying Dutchman include optical illusions, such as Fata Morgana, a type of mirage caused by atmospheric conditions, which can make a ship appear to float above the water or take a ghostly appearance. If you know of any other interesting facts about the ghost ship, the Flying Dutchman, please leave them in the comments. Before we get into the JMBricklayer review, if you're enjoying this video and want to support the channel, please take a moment to hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm get this video to other passionate builders. Let's get right into presentation. Immediately I noticed the embossed and shiny box, which is very eye-catching. There are only a few pictures, but they were nicely done. They did a good job of creating an eerie vibe with this box. Additionally, the provided instructions were of good quality, and what jumped out at me was the matte finish on the cover. The instructions were easy to follow. What about design? The Flying Dutchman is based on the fabled ghost ship, and what I would expect to see from a ghost ship is nicely captured in this set. This set is long and tall, almost too tall for my build table. There are several sub-assemblies for this set, and they helped add to the ghostly feel of this set. It does have a sub-compartment where the cannons are placed, and on the top deck the designer had a unique take on the stairs. Another area where JMBricklayer injected the creepy factor into this set is the light kit. The glow of the green LEDs gives it an extra kick. Now there are a few one-stud connections, but the biggest thing that stood out to me was the sails. The cuts in the printing on each sail made them look torn, tattered, and old from a distance, which was a very cool effect. There were only a few stickers for this set, and I feel this set really shines as a display. As for complexity, this set is a 5 to 6 difficulty level. This is mainly due to having several stages to it and the increased difficulty with tying down the masts. What about completion time? This set took about 3 to 4 hours to complete. As for money value, again, this is my first ship. There is a lot to this set, and as of the filming of this video, this set is priced at $59.95. with 1,100 pieces, and it's 5.5 cents per piece. I feel this is a nice price for a set this size. What about the quality of the pieces? All the pieces were available and they were of good quality. There were several one-stud connections, but they held up well. I did find that there was a piece of the light kit that needed to be put together, and it wasn't properly reflected in the drawings, but it was a simple assembly. Additionally, there wasn't a power supply provided for this set. I don't feel this is an oversight by JMBricklayer, but just a decision they made. I can only assume JMBricklayer envisioned this set to be properly displayed and plugged into maybe a USB power strip. What about entertainment value? This set was very enjoyable. I did see the Pirates of the Caribbean movie several years ago and was first introduced to the Flying Dutchman, but I did enjoy taking a deep dive into the origins of where this ghostly ship came from. It definitely added to my build experience. I think this is a great looking display. And how does it hold up? There are several one-stud connections, but this set seems to hold up well. What about functionality? The Flying Dutchman has some functionality, like a working rudder, and the light kit is a great addition. What about bonus or unique aspects? There are a few colorful pieces on this set, but not many. It's primarily black and gray, but the green pieces definitely add to the ghostly appearance. So how close did the Flying Dutchman get to the real thing? Based on what I could find with the same type of ship, JMBricklayer did a very nice job. The tattered sails and the green lighting give this set a mysterious and scary look. I give the brick versus real an 8 out of 10. As for my overall rating of this JMBricklayer set, I give the ghost ship, the Flying Dutchman, a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Fellow builder, I hope you enjoyed this JMBricklayer review, and if you've stayed this long, consider subscribing, and maybe share this video. Also check out our other videos on Ricksburg's main page. Thank you, and until next time, keep building.